Hi, I'm no one in particular. I'm just a Meerkat, but these are just videos of Meerkat. This isn't actually me. Just like distant cousins, like Blinky Boston here, who hung out with Rose of Blackpink. This lucky little guy. We all hate Blinky because he shows up to reunions and he's always all like, I sat on Rose's shoulder, worship me. No, he will not shut up about it either. Like Angelico here just falls asleep every time. This Meerkat here, game pet, is named Cactus Malachar. Stupid name, right? And he rules over us Meerkats. I'm totally jealous of him. Look at him being stroked all the time. This is Timon, and he's insanely famous, but he hasn't gotten work in such a long time and took to the bottle pretty hard. Then you got me, someone who's nowhere close to any sort of fame, but this form doesn't even exist anymore. You may not have realized this, but this Meerkat body was assassinated by the Namba Maniacs because I chose Yuri Kozakai as the winner of the great cute debate patois. You never slight the Namba Maniacs. They love their Sayuri Namba so much and go, oh, hi Namba, and then proceed to look at her like Saki Nakano here. I mean, I get it. So this Meerkat is a corpse, poisoned by the Namba Maniacs and hasn't been seen since. In the meantime, this Meerkat has been a disembodied spirit like Voldemort or Sauron or Ronnie the Witch and needed a new form to take. Luckily, my friend and VTuber, an insanely awesome funny ghost crab, has drawn a new avatar for this Meerkat to host its spirit in. Meet my new body! Yes, this is me. Look at this little guy. Oh, look at that derpy face, that tongue. Haha, so me! Meerkat loves grr, and that was the inspiration, and here we are! Meerkat Ultra, it's got a new form! It took far too long for me, honestly, you know, just really. This video is technically a new intro for people who are new around here, and also, if you're still watching, for people who only ever watch me for my stardom content. If that's the case, and you are actually watching this video, like, are you? You haven't seen any of my work lately because you don't vibe with TJPW or Choco Pro or AWG or any Joshi promotions but stardom. I won't judge you, that's your prerogative, and none of you actually went into my comments yelling about this, so definitely no judgment on my end. I did get people in my DMs being like, I wish you did stardom again! Like, buddy, I don't get paid enough to be your jester. My Patreon supporters were fine with this new direction, and that's the only audience that has any say on what I make. I don't even consider myself a YouTuber because I barely make $100 every other month, and that's only if I riddle my videos with ads. I've stopped doing that. You only get pre-roll now. There's no incentive in covering just stardom. I would never be a huge YouTuber who can make a living off of it. I'm just too polarizing and niche. I personally think I hit my peak at the 5-star, not in quality, but people interested in me. I mean, so long as there's a caveat to my videos with, his content is not for everyone. But then I'm always gonna be living on this tiny island of me, and I'm not gonna change that because that's not authentic, you know? Plus, there are people who legit just hate me, just fucking hate me. There's nothing I can do about that though, you know? When you show any personality online, that's just gonna happen, and I accept that. If you want someone who's given solid information with no fluff or random Dark Souls humor and it's not long and all that stuff, even with this voice that does tend to drive people away, check out Slap Viper, link in the description. They're a growing channel. Neo Joe Shizzle still uploads. They disappeared because their channel was down snap, but if you're not aware of their return, go check them out. They don't have an annoying voice or dumb jokes either. If you want sort of like podcasting material of solid information with no fluff as well that also appreciates the art form just like I do, check out String. I actually did an interview with them like a while back, so check it out in the description as well. My aim for this channel was always Donkey, but for Joshis, and that evolved into something even weirder. My early stuff was quite pervy, and even now, new people venturing into my channel will see that my most popular stuff is Mina Shirakawa and perverted Meerkat fawning over Mina Shirakawa's boobas. I'm not ever gonna really escape this perception of me, you know, especially from old people who definitely don't like me and block me already. My content is not that anymore though. Mostly because I was receiving weird followers that made me uncomfortable, and also because the perception of the Joshi fan is already ridiculous. I don't need to add further fuel to it. Plus, it's not really that funny, you know? Basically, what I'm saying is that my content these days is basically whatever I want to make. I always wanted to be general interest type channel, you know, but wrestling is just too awesome, so that will always be my main meat of the channel. That said, these days, I just aim to have fun and make stupid videos and whatever inspires me. I aim for wholesomeness over edginess. Even though I say fuck a lot and scream like a maniac, I scream like a maniac! But fun and wholesomeness and lighthearted silliness and absurdity is my aim. The mission is still show that people take wrestling far too seriously and that pro wrestlers are the best actors in the world. That doesn't mean I'm just gonna stick with TJPW. Stardom is just going through a phase for me that I'm not interested in, but I'm coming back around. It's because of Poi. I didn't realize how much Poi was the glue. So again, my views may not be the same anymore, but I'm more satisfied making my content than I've ever been. So thank you to my 300 army who are my core audience, and thank you to everyone else who engages with what I make. The ultimate goal is still to make movies, and I'm gonna speak in regular voice here, but this keeps my creativity going so much. I love my channel and I make something every day because it fuels me and gives me just so much meaning. To the rest who only cared about my Stardom work, I have to assume because Stardom World sucks so much that you can't watch it, and I used to basically spoil everything in a condensed manner, you know? I was your catch-up material, but I'm not interested in being that anymore, you know? I just want to entertain, open myself up with personal interest, and, you know, hopefully make you think sometimes, you know? Maybe even inspire, and to get more people to watch other promotions like TJPW or AWG or Bakagaijin or Chocopro, especially Chocopro. In short, this channel highlights the fun of wrestling, but also the art form that is wrestling. You will never hear me call it a sport, because wrestling is closer to Cirque du Soleil than UFC, you know? It's an art form. It's theater with stunts and choreography and improv and mythology, and they work hard, you know? It's also the most stupid art form ever made, but also the most beautiful and unique. So hopefully you stick around, because it's not the content that's changed so much, but it's changed enough, you know? I mean, the views reflect that. Alright, back to Meerkat voice. Plus, look at this little guy. Oh, look at him. Look at the tongue. He's so drippy. Thank you all for letting me have fun, you know, and just be myself and put on this mask of the Meerkat, which is just an exaggerated form of myself. So, thank you all, and thank you to Oriona for the Meerkat. You know, I really appreciate it. Definitely loved it, and it took me far too long to ask you. Bye, y'all. Hope to see y'all soon.